boys and girls, it's Miss Sosha, and this week we are working on our Henri Matisse Wild Beastly Fauvist drawings. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a self-portrait of ourselves, and then we're going to add some color. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to need is a plain piece of paper. I'm going to use a white piece of copy paper because it's pretty common and it's what a lot of us probably have available in our homes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by drawing an oval, and to start you're going to start by going really nice and lightly, okay? And you want it to be pretty big, so go nice and light until you get it right. And you want to use your whole hand, okay? So you don't want your hand to be like stuck down on the paper. You can go around a few times, go in a few different places, and when you think you've got a really nice one or a few different lines that you like, then you can go back over it and make it darker. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the eyes, and believe it or not, our eyes are close to the middle of our heads. We forget about that. We always think they're close to the top, but they're towards the middle because we have our forehead and our hair and all those other things that go on top of our head. So we're just going to draw our eyes like ovals. We want them to be pretty straight in a straight line and about the same size. And again, you probably want to draw a little lighter. I'm drawing a little heavier just so you can see it on the camera. If they're a little uneven, that's okay. Then on the inside, you're going to do a nice big wide letter U, kind of like a leprechaun's big wide pot of gold. Not a circle, just a big wide U. And then you're going to do a circle on the inside for the darkest part of your eyes. Okay? Alright, so there we've got our eyes, and then we can just draw two lines, kind of like an upside down smile for eyebrows above that. You don't want to do all the hairs of your eyebrows. You don't want to add eyelashes. That's too much detail, and sometimes that is too much information. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to add 4 lines to make our noses. So our noses are really, like I said, 4 lines. They're going to be a line out here for the outside of our nose, second line over here for the second edge, third line for the bottom of our nose, and a fourth line just for the bridge. This is the bridge of our nose. So you don't need to add nostrils or anything else. And I keep flipping my camera back and forth, so pardon me if you see my hand. And your nose goes in between your 2 eyes, about halfway between your eyes and your chin. It's right here. That's a good spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then for a smile, we're just going to add another little line. We don't need to do lips. We don't need to do teeth. Again, that's a lot of details we don't really need today. For our ears start at the top of our ears start right around our eye and go in between our nose and our mouth. And we can just draw those like ovals. We don't need to draw all the curves of our ears. Just 2 ovals will do. Okay, and again, if they're not the same size, don't worry about that today. Next, we're going to do our neck, and our neck is going to be a curved line below our ears, and then it's just going to curve out into shoulders that goes off the edge of your paper. Okay, so really simple neck and shoulders there. So the last thing we're going to do is our hair, and everybody's hair is going to be a little bit different. So my hair, normally I have bangs, but you can see mine are kind of flipped up because just like a lot of people, I need a haircut right now. So to start with, we're going to think about our hairline. So our hairline is where our hair goes from our hair to our skin. So our hairline is kind of usually a rainbow shape or like a almost like a rectangle shape, and it's from the top of our ears here up and over, and some people have a more square shape, some people have a curved shape, some people have a point here, just depends on who you are and how you look. And then you have the hair on top of your head. And again, with hair, you draw it the way it grows. So if you have straight hair, it's going to be a straight line. If you have curly hair or wavy hair, it's going to be curly lines or wavy lines. If it's short, if you have a short haircut, a lot of boys have short haircuts, you're going to draw really short lines, either straight or curly. And then you can kind of play around with that too. And you don't have to draw every hair, so you don't have to try and draw every single hair on your head. Okay, you just add a few. So I'm just going to do like the outline shape of mine. So I'm going to kind of draw in my hairline really generally here. Okay, and if I had bangs, I'd draw my bangs kind of going down towards this eye, but my bangs are flipped up today because, like I said, I need a haircut. So I'm going to kind of draw my bangs pulled back like this, right here. And then I'm going to draw my hair kind of coming down behind my ears. If you have braids, if you have a ponytail, if you have a mixture of different styles of things in your hair, braids, you can draw those too. Okay, and like I said, you don't have to add all the details. So that's pretty much it. Okay, you can kind of draw the way it grows. So my hair is being pulled back right here away from my face. So I'm just drawing that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to trace if you have a black marker. I like black Sharpies. You guys know that by now. We've done a lot of tracing and outlining in kindergarten, first and second grades. If you don't have a black Sharpie, that's okay. You can use a black colored pencil. You can use a black crayon. Even purple or blue will work. Just something kind of dark usually helps, but you don't have to outline. Okay? And remember, the main point of this picture is to draw wild, beastly colors. So don't get upset if your picture doesn't look exactly the way you want it. That's okay, because everybody's going to think about your wild, beastly colors. Nobody talked about how Mr. Henri Matisse messed up on a nose or had a hard time with noses. They remember Mr. Henri Matisse because of his wild, beastly colors. So he kind of distracted people with that. And again, don't draw every hair, you just kind of add a few in there. Here's my hair kind of twisted and pulled back. All right. And you don't need to draw earrings, you don't have to add too many details, but if you want, you can. That's up to you. You're the artist, you get to decide. This is your picture. Now earlier today I did one and I thought I was recording a video, and you know, the whole time the camera was off. So I painted this one, and instead of doing a green stripe like one of the pictures that you looked at, I did an orange stripe. So this is her with the orange stripe, and I decided a good idea is to leave the whites of your eye white. If you painted those in, sometimes that would make us look a little too much like a monster, so we leave that white. But you can do just about anything else. So this one is painted, but if I wanted to color my picture, I've got some markers, and you can kind of mix your colors together here too. So maybe this one, she's got a pink stripe for her nose. No matter how you add color, wild and beastly color, you always want to make sure you take your time and you color really well. Remember, we've talked about slow and small colors, not going big and fast. Making sure our colors meet, so we're not coloring like this. Making sure our color goes up to the end. Okay, you can color the background if you want. You don't have to. Again, that is up to you as the artist. But no matter what you decide and how you decide to add the color, boys and girls, remember to share it with us in our flip grid. So whatever grade level you're in, there is a flip grid topic for this project. And I want you to upload your picture to it and share it with other boys and girls. And remember, you can look at other boys and girls pictures and you can comment on theirs as well. So that is a great way to take a look at other people's pictures, see what they've done, see how they've added their wild and beastly colors. So boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed learning how to make a wild and beastly self-portrait. This is Ms. Sosha and my self-portrait, and I will talk to you boys and girls next time. Bye!